Welcome to Human versus AI. With AI making news every day, taking over manual labour and doling out diagnoses with more precision than doctors, machines are already stiff competition for man. Soon we are told they will have consciousness, humour and emotion up their steel-clad sleeve. Written by me, Michael Parker, a fallible human without AI augmentation, but with the help of robotics engineering student Delilah Haig, Human versus AI explores in essay form the human traits we thought were ours alone. In this episode, we look at emotion. It was Plato who said, "Rhetoric is the art of ruling the minds of men." But it was pupil Aristotle who developed the art of rhetoric itself. His experience in the forum, then the only popular platform, led to his guiding principles. Here are then these three means of effecting persuasion. The man who is to be in command of them must, it is clear, be able, 1, to reason logically, 2, to understand the human character and goodness in their various forms, and 3, to understand the emotions. That is, to name them and describe them, to know their causes and the way in which they are excited. It's the third, the appeal to emotion, that excites active response. The first, Queen Elizabeth, knew how her speech would reach the hearts of her subjects at the time of the Armada when she said, "I know I have but the body of a weak and feeble woman, but I have the heart and stomach of a king, and a king of England too." Hitler, who called himself the greatest actor in Europe, took lessons in speaking and psychology. He understood the importance of body language in expressing emotion and would copy the commanding gestures of the leading Wagnerian opera singers. In his apparently raving speeches, he was calculatedly targeting emotion to lead people to war. He said, "I use emotion for the many and reserve reason for the few." Dale Carnegie, in his classic How to Win Friends and Influence People, reminds us of the way emotion is the driver of human behaviour. When dealing with people, let us remember we are not dealing with creatures of logic. We are dealing with creatures of emotion, creatures bristling with prejudices and motivated by pride and vanity. He was, in effect, talking about emotional intelligence, the ability to detect emotion in others, and the ability to express and feel one's own emotion. AI agents can seemingly express emotion, but as machines cannot feel as we do. They are somewhat akin to a psychopath, like Hitler perhaps, mimicking the emotions of people around them. However, they can detect emotion. Designed through deep learning, where experience is built in, AI emotion detectors are equipped with more than a Sherlock Holmes magnifying glass. They can read the signs, often much faster than we humans, of how we feel from facial expression and eye movement, the sound of a voice, the way we talk and the way we walk. They can tell within seconds if a customer will commit to paying a debt. They can identify compassion fatigue among harassed customer service people and advise when distraught clients need treating with empathy. For the police, they are assessing the mood of protest marchers, anticipating trouble before it starts. Some studies involve AI agents determining the moods of car drivers. If the driver is deemed to be sad, it might suggest a more scenic route to cheer them up. If tiredness is detected, they may prevent the driver from using the car reducing the cause of serious accident. However, as the latest emotion detection advances go even deeper, concerns over conscious or unconscious bias will grow. As with human detectives, if AI agents start with a wrong assumption, the conclusions will be wrong, like humans. Like humans, AI can misread emotional signals. Unlike humans, they can't admit the mistake. And since we tend to assume a machine is error-free, the error can be compounded. For example, negative emotions are frequently assigned wrongly to certain ethnicities, reflecting the history of discrimination in machine learning. Even more worrying is the prospect of a time when everyone has an implant of Elon Musk's brain-hacking Neuralink device. This would enable telepathy and interaction between brain and artificial intelligence. We soon won't be able to keep anything to ourselves, our innermost thoughts, dreams, or our emotions. Nobel laureate Kazuo Ishiguro's novel, Clara and the Sun, is set in a future where robots are as common as bicycles. His heroine is a robot that does not mimic emotion. It is built to understand humans, to show empathy. Clara is an AF, an artificial friend. She says, "I have many feelings. The more I observe, the more feelings become available to me." Ishiguro, interviewed on BBC, said he was sunny and optimistic about artificial intelligence, but he had some reservations. He said, "I think the point when an AI program can write a novel that can make me cry, that shows that we've crossed some kind of remarkable line, because it shows that AI can understand human emotions and it has the capacity for empathy. And what troubles me about that is that it is very difficult for humans to keep control of that situation." At that point, he said, he would be out of a job, replaced by a robot. Thanks for listening. In all, there are 14 episodes available, each covering a human trait now being usurped by AI. Human versus AI. How will it end up?